This is Trades TV, and the show is The Big Question. And with me here today, I have a guest, a very amazing guest. And without saying much, I will let my guest to introduce himself first and tell us briefly more about himself and actually what's doing in this institution. Yeah, welcome.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Roy Haemba, and Mr. Roy Haemba is the head of department Media Arts and Design. My main role and task in this institution is that I head the media department, the academic media department in the institution, which falls under the School of ICT, Media and Engineering. In this department, we have quite a number of programs ranging from certificate to degree. We have a certificate in journalism and media studies, which is examined by the ZU. We also have the diploma in communication and media studies, which is also examined by the ZU. We also have two new degree programs that have rolled out. They started in May, but our biggest intake for the COOPs, the government-sponsored students, was in September, and that is the Bachelor of Science in Media Digital Communication, popularly referred to as the BMDC, and also we have the Bachelor of Arts in Journalism, popularly referred to as BAJ. Apart from having the ZU programs ranging from certificate to diploma, we also have what we call the ZBTI programs. The ZBTI programs are the programs that are examined externally. Students, yes, they learn their curriculum as we have been given by the external examination body. Then they end up doing the external exams, and they are just two programs, and that is the certificate in journalism ICM and the diploma in journalism ICM. So in a nutshell, that is who I am and that's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, we've just had a brief narration of who he is. And my next question is how many students do you have in your department, and how do you handle those number of students?
The total number of students in the department, right from the certificate to the degree students and across the two programs that I've mentioned, the two examination bodies that I've mentioned, it's a total of 856 students. How I manage to handle the student, and maybe I should also mention this, we have 856 students and a faculty, that is the lecturers of a total of 15. Myself and the dean included, then we are and the program leader, we are a total of 16. So what I usually do, how I manage the students and the faculty, is just a matter of ensuring that there is teamwork and ensuring that there is constant communication. You interact with the students most of the time and also interact with the faculty most of the time, so that you may be in a position to exactly know what is happening. I personally believe in walking around, interacting with students, rather than sitting in the office and then waiting for the students to come and bring the issues. I'd rather go to where the issues are. I pick those particular issues and then I see how best I can be able to solve on those particular issues. Then of course, in addition to that, each and every class, they also have class reps. I also depend quite a lot on the class reps that are in those particular individual classes, so that they usually collect those particular issues and then they come and they tell me, and then we see how best can we solve them. Because I believe whenever there are issues, it's good to ensure that as a HOD you solve them together with students. You don't lock yourself in the office and then you solve the issue and then bring the solution to the students, but you walk through with the students in those particular issues, and then you find out how is the best way you can deal with those particular issues together with the students. In terms of the faculty, also we have quite a number of meetings with them. Okay, every other now and then we have meetings with them, and I highly believe in consulting them even before we do a particular thing. So out of a lot of consultation also with the part of the lecturers, I believe that even whenever they have whatever issues that they have, then we are able to solve those particular issues and deal with those particular issues that will also be able to help them as members of staff. Then in addition to that, also each and every lecturer, I have assigned them a particular class, what we may use to call class teachers in other quarters. But we are saying that at this particular level, they're called mentors. So every lecturer has a group of class or a group of students that they tend to mentor. So they give me reports on how each and every person or each and every student is faring on whatever challenges that they might be having, so that we can see how best to help them. So by virtue of me opening up the communication space within the department, both from the students and the lecturers, I believe I am able to know exactly what is happening, and then I can be able to solve those issues. Yeah.
Okay, you have heard that teamwork and communication across from the teachers, from the lecturers and the students is the key role here. And Mr. Roy, the next question is that this is a digital school, yes?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
mostly it depends, okay, students depends on their cell phones, actually the smartphones and laptops, whatever, to get the correct information from the school, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
is there any way that a student who maybe is lacking at least a smartphone can get access to the information being tallied from the school, or just it's just a matter of using the smartphone? Or
I think every student, whenever they have been enrolled here, they usually have their official email addresses that are assigned by the university. And a lot of communication is usually given on both platforms. It's either communication is sent to a student's SMS or even a parent or a guardian SMS. And the same information is also sent to the student email, okay? So as a student who doesn't have a cell phone or doesn't have a means and ways in terms of how they can be able to get this information, we have quite a number of labs around. Even within our department, we also have an editing suite. And that editing suite has 22 machines. And of all the 22 machines, they have been connected to the internet. So as a student, I may not be able to have a cell phone for me to be able to do a particular thing that requires me to go on the internet. But I can walk into the editing suite and I can be able to get a machine that has already been connected to the internet. I can be able to do my things on the internet. Even if even if the editing suite at that particular moment might be occupied, we have 6 computer labs inside this particular campus alone that are still also connected to the internet. So I believe somewhere within this particular institution, either you can, if you missed a machine at the editing suite, probably when you go to the computer lab, you'll also get a machine that you can use. If you miss a machine in the computer lab, when you go to the library, the machines that are there in the library, they have also been connected to the internet. So still a student can be able to get whatever information that they want from the internet, because I believe out of the 3 avenues, at least there is one machine that a student can be able to get and do whatever it is that he or she wants to do. Yeah.
talking of internet, currently there are places lacking internet. Actually, right now I'm from the editing shoot, and I've realized that there is no internet access in those areas. And as we speak right now, even this place, it was the back then it was the perfect place having the best internet. But as we speak at the moment, there's no internet access in this place. So what's the measures that you can put in place so that we get this internet back?
I think the whole thing is that we usually work with the ICT department, okay? And the ICT department is the one that is also in charge in terms of making sure that the bandwidth is broad and it's always strong, and that they have more access points of Wi-Fi so that students, they do not converge just in one particular place. And if such concerns have been brought to us, which we usually immediately take them to the ICT department, and I believe that they'll be in a position to be able to do something, so that, because our interest is to ensure, because from 2020 when COVID struck, okay, we learned a better way, and we knew that internet now comes in very handy. And that's why, yes, it might be weak at a particular time, it might be also be strong at a particular time, but the interest is to ensure that as many spots as possible have been covered with the Wi-Fi and the internet within the institution, so that they can be able to be of use to both the faculty and the students. Yeah. So it's something that we work in partnership with the ICT department, and I like it. Whatever there's such challenges, it's good for the student then to come and say, hey, by the way, the internet was strong at this particular point yesterday, but now today it's not strong. So that now we see how best can we make sure that we rectify on the situation, so that it can be even strong for students to be able to use to do the assignments, and also the faculty to be able to use it. Yeah.
It's surprising that the internet getting disappear. The internet getting lost is not actually something that is known by the department, but so we are getting it right now. And the last question, sir, what's that weird thing about Mr. Roy that we don't know?
Okay, that weird thing that you don't know. That weird thing about me that you do not know, and maybe I don't talk about, is that I'm ardent. I am an ardent supporter of Manchester United. regardless of their performance.
Oh.
Huwezi achilia team.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, hata
Yeah.
ikiwa ina perform namna gani, you can't leave it. So I am an addict. Even if we are fighting for relegation, we'll just be relegated together. We won't leave the team. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Roy.
Thank
it
you
was
so much.
pleasure
Yeah.
having you as
Pleasure,
my
pleasure.
interview. Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Looking forward for another interview.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you.
Okay.
Yeah. That was Mr. Roy, the head of department at Zetech University, and you have just heard from him what he said about the internet and actually what he said about the school. And I hope where there is changes, we will have to change with him and by the school management. Thank you.